Countdown, we're live. Hello, I'm Willie Bragg. Welcome to another edition of the Willie Bragg Show. And I'm sorry I haven't been here for the last few days. I've just been tired and exhausted and all of that. So no excuse other than just that. But since the last time we talked, Christian Smalls. You remember Christian Smalls, the Amazon labor union, right? Yeah, the man that really deserves a lot of credit for deserves a lot of credit for unionizing the Staten Island Amazon, and for what he did is that was pretty damn revolutionary, and it's one of the biggest labor struggles that was won in decades, in my opinion, and so as far as I'm concerned, I've said this before and I'll say it again, that he is the man of the year. As far as I'm concerned, if Time Magazine had any common sense, they will make a man of the year. But we know that Time Magazine will not do that because, Time Magazine can't be concerned with working class struggles of the common man. So, but anyhow, just as expected, a lot of liberal elitists are kind of criticizing Christian Smalls for appearing on Fox, and in particular, appearing on Tucker Carlson. Now, I occasionally will talk about Tucker Carlson on this program, and pretty much it's the same thing. If somebody that's on the left appears on Tucker Carlson, they get a lot of shit for it, and they're labeled as right wing because they appear on Tucker Carlson. And listen, I want to make this clear that I am in no way a fan of Tucker Carlson. I'm not in any way trying to legitimize him or anything like that. It came to my attention when he was in college that he was a member of the Jesse Helms Society. There was such a thing as a Jesse Helms Society, and I would have a problem with Tucker Carlson in that regard. But at the same time, some people give me a lot of shit for this, saying this, but I honestly do not think he's the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst in conservative media. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Sean Hannity's much worse than Tucker Carlson. And I never hear, the liberal elite go after Sean Hannity or Mark Levin or even a Glenn Beck or any of those other folks. And there are Ben Shapiro. All those people are far worse than Tucker Carlson. Now, one might say, and Zach and Gavin from the Vanguard said that, and they would be correct. They said that Tucker Carlson is a sophisticated propagandist, and I would say that that's correct. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. Christian Smalls appeared on Tucker Carlson, and he made the case about what workers are going through at Amazon. And he made a case to a reluctant audience. And if you can make a case to a reluctant audience, so let's face it, a Fox News audience is going to be reluctant when it comes to things like unions. It shouldn't be a reluctant audience. I mean, it should be that should be a nonpartisan issue. It shouldn't be a culture war issue. It shouldn't be a red-blue issue. It should be an American issue. The workplace. If there should be division, the division should be not between left and right. The division should not be between, black and white. The division should not be between gay and straight. The division should not be between Latino immigrants and American-born citizens. The divide should not be between Christian and people of alternative faiths. The division should be between how much you got in your wallet, and how much those who have in their wallet, the ones who have the fattest wallet of them all, who has more rights than the rest of us. And that should make us all realize we're being had by the system. And so what Christian Smalls have done with unionizing that Staten Island Amazon, and if Amazon starts to become unionized, and if we could start seeing the unionization of places like Starbucks, and it could lead toward Walmart being unionized, and because that's where it's going to be. The manufacturing base is gone in this country, people. The manufacturing base is pretty much gone because both parties deemed it to be. I mean, because they're bought and paid for. Democrats and Republicans are bought and paid for. So what you got left is the service base. You can't sit there and outsource Burger King to China. You can't outsource Food Lion to I don't know. You can't outsource Food Lion to Vietnam. You can't outsource, I'm trying to think. You can't outsource a steakhouse to Mexico. Yeah, so here's the thing, people. We all got this in common. We need to unite, and we have a class. We need to unite as a class, and Fred Hampton talked about this back in the 60s, and we need to unite, and if we don't, we're going to let those with power overrun our lives, and they let the culture war divide us. Those on the top, Democrats and Republicans alike, they use the culture war issues. Those on the top, whether they're Mitch McConnell or whether they're Hillary Clinton, or whatever, those people, they're on the top. You think that those clowns give a damn about this culture war shit? No, they don't. All they care about is fattening their wallets and making their rich friends and their corporate friends happier. Oh, they'll play the game and call each other assholes in public, but behind the scenes, they exchange pleasantries at the cocktail parties. Trust me and you, that's what they do. And so, please, those on the liberal left that's going to sit there and shit on Christian Smalls, you're shooting yourself in the foot when you do that. This is what I call, well, I don't call it this, but this is what this is what is referred to as a circular firing squad. And if you're a liberal worth your fiber, you're not going to sit there and criticize Christian Smalls for appearing on Tucker Carlson. Honestly, I mean, if Cornel West can appear on Tucker Carlson, and if Bernie Sanders can appear on Tucker Carlson, or Jimmy Dore or Glenn Greenwald, and I know some people are going to say, well, Glenn Greenwald and Jimmy Dore are right wing now. I don't see any evidence of that, so I still consider them leftists. If leftist voices can get on Tucker Carlson and reach out to the reluctant audience and be convinced that unionizing a workplace is awesome, it's worth it. If they can be convinced that Medicare for all is an awesome idea, it's worth it. If they can be convinced that neocon wars is evil, it's worth it. If they can be convinced that freeing Julian Assange is essential to a free press, then it is worth it. I want you all to think about that, because I'm just tired of seeing the left shooting itself on the foot and always having it so where the right And there's two factions of the right, people. It's not just a bunch of Bible thumping evangelical Christians who vote Republicans. You got that right wing, but you also got what I call the neo-right, and that's the Hillary Clinton Democratic Party, that's the Joe Manchin Democratic Party, the Kristen Sinema Democratic Party, the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris Democratic Party, the Democratic Party that's corporatist as hell. And they may be rainbows and tolerance and good vibes and lovey-dovey when it comes to the social issues, but if they're sitting there supporting corporatism and they're sitting there supporting neocon wars, are they any better than the Bible thumping neocon evangelical Christians that have contaminated the political discourse since the days of Ronald Reagan? I don't think so. So as far as I'm concerned, Christian Smalls making it on Tucker Carlson is a good thing. And as far as I'm concerned, we need more of that. More people on our side, on the left, making it into a reluctant audience. Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols once said, "Go where you're not wanted. There's more to be achieved." And that's what they did when they toured in America in 1977. Yeah, they toured into New York and San Francisco and LA and all of that. But the Sex Pistols also toured in the little country western rodeo clubs and everything like that in Texas and in Alabama and places like that as well, because that again, they went where they were not wanted to get a reaction. And so as far as I'm concerned, Christian Smalls is sort of being the Johnny Rotten, in a good way, being a Johnny Rotten coming on Tucker Carlson, just as other leftists have done. So that's my 2 cents worth. If you like what you heard, press like and comment, because apparently pressing like helps with algorithms. Comment, and we'll have a conversation. If you dislike it, well, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation too. Feel free to share the content on this channel as a First Amendment absolutist, and we must preserve that First Amendment. Create your own platform and utilize it, because we're the muckrakers of our time. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And until next time, remember, because Christian Smalls is doing this, we have a class struggle we have to wage, because it's us against them, people. It's us against them. We got to remember that. Wage class warfare. Us against them. Class warfare all the way. And remember this, we're all Julian Assange. And I conclude with music.